which shall be reviewed and adjusted as necessary in order to maintain confidence. So that is it. Let's go to the next one. Yeah. Let somebody else read it.
Observation 3.
Yeah.
In the procedure for purchase of critical reagents, the lab has not defined the requirements of the grades of these reagents and the steps for reviewing and approval of these reagents.
Right. Class number?
6.4.13.
Okay.
Comes resource requirement.
Anybody else?
6.6.2a.
6.6.2 is correct. We are talking about the purchase of the chemicals. There has to be a method, procedure for, identifying, reviewing, approving. Isn't it? Do you recall that? You need to have a procedure for purchase. Yes. So it is covered under 662. So now it has not been done. It is an NC or not?
Yes, sir.
So what is the NC? That as per class so and so it is required. It is not being done. Right? Based on what?
Yes.
Based on what? It is a procedure. It's an NC related to the procedure, because in the procedure for purchase of chemicals, it is not mentioned. Right? So the procedure itself is insufficient. There is an NC with regard to the writing of the procedure. The requirement is that the procedure shall have this. Okay. So the procedure for purchase of critical consumables established by the lab, procedure number so and so, neither describes the quality of specification like grade, etc., etc. Right? So it is an NC. The requirement prescribes that the lab shall have a procedure. That is the requirement of the 662, which has not been met. So two things we are talking about: the evidence and the requirement. Okay.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah. Number 4.
During audit of
Microbiology.
microbiology.
Yes, the person from the microbiology can read it. Microbiological lab. Okay, Chandrasekhar ji, you read out.
During audit of microbiology lab, the lab could not show the record of verification of the method being used by them for RWC test for disinfection fluid.
This is a reader Walker coefficient. Disinfectant fluid is the phenyl that we use. It pertains to that. In the microbiological lab could not show the records of verification. Now, which class?
7.2.1.5.
7.2.1.5. The requirement is that you have to verify the method, right? Okay. So it is an NC or not?
NC, sir.
Yes or no?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. It is an NC. And what is the NC? 7215 is the NC.
Record keeping.
Yes, as per requirement of the standard. Yes, records of verification has to be retained. However, they have not been retained. Okay. All right. Come to the last one. Please read. Somebody read.
The lab was found having identified few risks of impartiality. The auditor asked the quality manager about the steps they take for handling of these identified risks. The quality manager replied that these risks are monitored by their CEO himself, but he could not show any documents regarding this.
Right. Any documents regarding what? For further handling of the identified risks. Okay. Now, which class?
4.1.5.
4.1.5. NC or not?
And documents are not Required.
So documents are required. They have to, give the evidence that they are able to do that. So this is an NC. Yeah, the NC will be the lab has identified the risks to impartialities. Refer to the document. However, the lab could not demonstrate or produce any documents in support of action taken to eliminate or minimize. So that is the NC. So friends, these are the few scenarios. I think it would have clarified to a large extent how do we write the NC, how do we identify and how do we write the NC. So for writing the NC, you must relate with the relevant class, subclass of the standard or the document or the procedure. So that is necessary. So you must be very clear about this. Well, friends, with that, we have completed everything that was required to be done as far as this program is concerned. From our side, everything is complete. And I hope we've been able to satisfy to a large extent to your queries also. And whatever were your expectations, I hope we've been able to fulfill that.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Right. So
Actually, how to close these LCs, sir? For example, any person is mishandling the balance on
yeah,
2 kg capacity is handling 5 kg. How to close this type of LCs?
you have to close that in the sense that you have to take it away, label it, get it calibrated, start using again.
And also identify the person who is using in a wrong manner and make sure
Yes.
that he undergoes a training and understand how to use the equipment, what is the range of the equipment. Those
Correct.
actually he has to go through a thorough
Correct.
MSc training
Correct.
so that he will not mishandle the equipment in the future.
Two-prong strategy.
So
correct.
all these we have to submit in return, sir, for
Yes.
closing of it.
Yes.
Yes, once the MC has been identified, there has to be proper corrective action and preventive action that has to be documented.
Yes. For every NC, it can be closed only after the correction and the corrective action has been verified. Right? Then only it can be closed. All right. Ramar Saab, would you like to add anything? Otherwise, we'll hand it over to Palsania Saab.
Okay, sir. Hello.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Ramar,
Krishna,
you want to
do
add
you have any lead auditor course for this 17025? Like
I
ISO
think
9000.
we'll request Mr. Palsania to answer this, take over from this. Palsania Saab, are you there?
Good evening, sir.
Good evening, Palsania ji, आइए.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening, sir.
Palsania ji, हमने अपना काम complete कर दिया. Now you can take over.
Sir.
Sir, one
Good
question
evening,
is there. It is sorry, sir, Rajendra, sir.
Yes,
In the chat box, it is important to cover all the parameters of testing in the scope. Scope of some parameters can be taken later. I am not able to understand this question, whether related to accreditation or related to PT or ILC. Gopal, sir. Okay. So if related to testing means, yeah, okay. It's accreditation means, yeah, anything. So you can go all the parameters together at a time, or you can in the facial manner also you can go first. You can go for certain parameters. Later you can add other parameters. It is up to you, up to the laboratory. Even you need not go at all for any parameters under accreditation. Okay, sir. Thank you, sir. Over to Rajendra, sir.
Thank you, sir. Good evening, everyone. On the behalf of Bureau of Indian Standard BIS and its training wing, National Institute of Training for Standardization NITS, I again welcome to all the participants and both the faculties, Dr. Rajesh Kumar Bajaj sir and Ramar sir, in the concluding session of the 4 days training program on laboratory quality management system and internal audit as per IS ISO IC 17025 version. I thanks to all the participants for choosing BIS NITS as a training partner. I also thanks to both the faculties, Bajaj sir and Ramar sir, for knowledge sharing and valuable time last 4 days. Thank you, sir. A feedback form has been sent to all the participants. Kindly fill and send back to NITS. Your valuable feedback will be useful in our future training programs. and soft copy of the training certificate will be sent to all the participants, and hard copy we will send